UFC 283 wrap up reaction. Let's see how our predictions went. Big one, 283 Rio de Janeiro, Glover versus Jamal Hill. To start off with, Fred's destroying the studio. What did you think of it, mate? What did you make of the card as a whole?
Well, to be fair, I only watched the top 3 fights, and I see a bit of the highlights of the early prelims. There was 2 brothers that fought, debuted, Brazilian guys, both won first time in history. 2 brothers on their debut, one on the same card, same night. One of them got a savage flying knee knockout, which is mental, and the other one got a mounted guillotine. So both look pretty good.
That was quite impressive, to be fair. That flying knee was
savage.
That's a fucking highlight, that
mate.
is.
Yeah, imagine that your debut, you're getting a highlight of that. But yeah, going off them 3 main fights. Gilbert Burns just ran through Neil Magny.
Yeah,
submission off the bat. I think what was it, 3-4 minutes in?
Just knew what he had to do.
Yeah, like the co-main event, Marino Davison. Mourinho's just fucking too sick.
He's so good. So good. His energy levels, the way he comes out, like his mentality, his toughness, resilience.
I knew Mourinho was going to win. Well, I had a good.
Stop calling him Mourinho.
Not Moreno. Sorry, sir. Moreno was going to win, but he just made him fucking. Figueiredo had no answers for him.
Yeah,
like, at all. Just couldn't. Just outgassed him, outworked him. Scrambles are sick, wrestling up. So submission attempt escapes are mental. Yeah.
I was going to say he just like nullified everything that Figueiredo had to offer. Just like outmaneuvered him. The tactics were spot on. To be fair, knew exactly what he was going to do. He was leading with this like overhand right a lot as Figueiredo was coming in, because I think Figueiredo in that third fight did a lot of groundwork on him, didn't he?
Yeah,
a lot of takedown work. So he kind of stopped him or made Figueiredo think about the takedown a bit more, because he just kept throwing that overhand right. And then, when he took a couple shots, I think he took him down early in the first round, did he?
Mate, the wrestling from Brandon was fucking different gear.
Yeah.
Even DC was like, mate, he's wrestling so close.
He's obviously been fucking working on that a lot more going into this fight. Impressive. Mate.
He's so well-rounded. He just completely outclassed him.
Yeah.
Like, striking was sick. The movement, the takedowns, the scrambles. Like, even when he was on his back, he wasn't on his back for long. He was like scrambling up straight away.
The question is, who's he fight next?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, yeah.
I thought Figueiredo was about to retire. He got his gloves ready, and he was like, I thought he was going to put him down. And he kind of gave him back and said, I'm going to move up. So he's going to move up to bantamweight. So who does Moreno fight next?
Well, let's have a look what the rankings are, because he's had Brandon's had obviously 4 fights now with Davison.
Yeah.
And some would say 3 out of 4 of those.
Yeah.
He beat Kai Kira France recently.
Who was like the
next challenger. So yeah, so that flyweight division's it's busy, but I think that Brandon's just fucking too good.
Yeah, I mean, we could do TJ Dillashaw. Same weight class, or is that?
Yeah, it is, but he's a bit old now. Like, but yeah, it's fucking. It's one of those it's one of those divisions that don't really get enough clout. Like, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah,
he's like
Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah, the cunt didn't lose for how many years?
Unbelievable,
and he's unreal. And he's in ONE FC now, still doing unbelievable work.
Yeah, I saw him get pieced up. Because ONE FC's slightly different rules, isn't it? There's you can throw knees when they're on the ground.
Yeah, I like ONE FC.
Yeah,
like for people,
exciting.
Mate. I think they pull more viewers than the UFC. Because they do the whole of Asia. They've got Russians in there, like, because obviously some Russians don't have the visa rights to go to America. And they've all, like, the Southeast Asian fighters. Like that Dennis Rodtang is he's a Thai fighter, flyweight as well, Muay Thai fighter, and he is entertainment factor 100. Like, he's unbelievable.
It's cool.
But yeah, going off that a little bit. But it'd be interesting who Brandon gets next in the flyweight division.
Yeah.
But you were saying Figueiredo wants to move up as well, didn't you?
Figueiredo wants to go up to bantamweight. He's always he's been a bit like Jose Aldo, where he struggled with his weight cuts a bit.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting a bit older now as well. What is he, 35 now?
Yeah.
So yeah, he said he's going to go up to bantamweight, but I wouldn't be surprised if he comes after this fight, because he got well beat there, and that was a bad a bad cut and a bad eye closure under his right eye, wherever it was. And I wouldn't be surprised if he says he's going to go up to bantamweight, but then just sacks it in, or has one fight at bantamweight and then says nah. He didn't look like his heart was in it that much.
Mate, he just had no. I don't think it was even that. I think he just had no answers for him. He just got completely outworked and outclassed. Yeah,
sad. He's a legend of the game.
Yeah, he's sick. And then going on to that main event, I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Unfucking believable.
Stand up Glover Teixeira. Fair enough. Like he's a fucking great fighter, but Jamal Hill, mate, his hands were fucking ridiculous.
The one thing that I'll take from that fight is Jamal Hill's fight IQ and his fight maturity. There was so many times then where he could have, like, he was catching him a couple times in the first round with some big shots, and I was like, he's going to fucking go hell for leather here, try and knock him out, and he's going to gas.
Yeah.
Teixeira is a hard man to knock out.
Mate, the geezer's got a fucking concrete chin.
Yeah. Just got an iron head.
Concrete.
Yeah. Iron.
And that.
Yeah, it was mental. So to watch him just fucking like level himself out, bit more measured with his attack, snuffed all those takedowns, unbelievable. He was relaxed on the ground as well.
I think he only conceded one takedown or two.
Two, yeah. He got
out of like 16 attempts, which is mental. Like 60, and he got two.
Against someone like Teixeira, who is known for his wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Like, unbelievable stuff.
He had some fucking heart, didn't he?
Oh, mate, his face.
There was that fight was so back and forth. Like, Jamal Hill was piecing Teixeira up, but then like got them little breaks where Jamal will be a bit tired and Glover just come back with like a flurry of punches, and you're like, oh shit, like. And then when he got that takedown, ended up in mount, or like was half going side control to half guard, landing strikes, looking for subs, and then he just pop up on the side, and Jamal Hill will come out the back door, and you're like, fucking hell, like fair play to him. Like his grappling was definitely underrated. His
whole game as a whole, I think.
Yeah,
everyone was kind of questioning whether his cardio and stuff would be enough.
Yeah, no, he fucking looked great.
Yeah, he looked unreal.
Yeah,
and I think he made a point by making it go the distance.
Oh,
he could have probably finished him in the third round.
Yeah, the third, was it the third or the fourth, where like there was like a flurry of punches against the cage for like a good 15, 20 seconds, and like Mark could have stopped it, I reckon.
Yeah,
but Glover was still in there, and you want to see him fucking. He was like, let's go, carry on.
He will go until you tell him to stop.
Oh, yeah.
100%. So, yeah, I wasn't like overly excited by that fight, but I was excited to see that fight. It was unreal.
It was an underestimated fight. That's what I'm saying. I was more excited about that for the Brandon and Davison fight, but that was definitely fight of the night.
Yeah. So, going back to the predictions that you had before, I think for the Burns Magny fight, you did say...
Yeah, I said TKO.
You said TKO.
Yeah.
I said fucking UD. I thought it was going to be a unanimous decision.
I don't know why I didn't go sub.
You did, I think you did flirt with the idea.
Yeah, I did flirt with it a little bit. Didn't take it back home, though.
Yeah, standard. Fred Grid. Loves a flirt. Never makes the right decision.
I'll get the half point, I'm sure, because I got the finish.
Yeah. You can have a half point on that. I went UD, so I couldn't have been more wrong.
No.
I thought Magny was going to give him more of a test. Fucking didn't even show up. It didn't even land a strike.
No.
Fucking ridiculous. Moreno.
Figueiredo. I had TKO, and that come true.
No, you said sub.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I said sub for Glover.
Did you?
Oh, no, I did say sub for Brandon.
Yeah. Cunts. You said third, fourth round sub.
Yeah, I did, didn't
TKO.
Did you? Oh, bitch. So that's one.
That's one. Yep. And then Glover Hill.
Yeah.
You said
Glover
sub. Came close. He nearly had an arm triangle at one point.
He did fucking nearly have an arm triangle.
Very nearly had an arm triangle.
Yeah.
And I was fucking biting the... Whoa, I nearly said biting the pillow.
Bite the pillow.
Don't say biting the pillow. I was getting pretty anxious at that point. Thinking, fuck, Fred's got it right. But yeah, I said Jamal on a third round TKO, and I was fucking close because he could have stopped him in that third.
Yeah, you're very.
He dropped him. I think he dropped him with a knee maybe, and he was.
Yeah, he looked great with the knees.
He was on top and he was raining shots, but he decided to let him up.
Yeah, because he fell against the cage. Yeah. I don't know how. The heart on him.
Yeah,
he just did not want to quit, and he retired as well. So
sad. Deserved though. 43. He's gone out. Gone out in his shield.
Yeah, done well.
Yeah, but the predictions show that I was right. So I just want you to look in that camera there and say, Cam King was right.
Cam King was right this week, and Fred Grimm was wrong.
Unbelievable stuff. Love to see it.
Gutted.
Unbelievable.
Fuming.
Tell you who else retired as well, Shogun Rua.
Yep.
Battle hardened him, mate.
Yeah, that's all these old boy Brazilians, mate. Just retire and have a good life now.
He's been fighting since like fucking day one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, since I first started watching it.
Yeah,
and that was like loosely watching it for like 10 years.
Yeah,
and his name's always been floating around.
Would you call yourself a casual fan?
I would.
I'm real. One comment that I have got to say about the Jamal Hill winning the title. I hated his reaction.
What, the crying?
I hated it.
My dad was like that as well. He goes, get on with it. Oh,
Mate.
But you've got to play devil's advocate a little bit. Like, say he's from like a shithole, which is like Chicago. It's supposed to be like #1 murder capital of America, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they got more murders in Chicago than they have like South America.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, it's that bad. Yeah, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
So obviously he lives in a shithole, bless him, and then like said he comes from nothing. So
I get it. I do get it because obviously he's the first person to come from the Dana White Contender Series to win a title as well.
Yep.
Fucking huge. That whole journey is mental to even just get into the Contender Series.
Yeah.
To then get through that because that's a brutal campaign.
Yeah.
To then win it and then go on and do everything that he's done after getting his arm snapped up as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, mad.
Only a few fights ago, really.
Yeah.
And then
He's ranked 7.
for real.
He was ranked 7. Yeah.
Oh wow, I thought he was higher than that.
Ah.
Yeah, wow. And then he got the title. Just fucking grow up, mate. You've just won a title. What you doing? He's like lying on the floor crying.
Light heavyweight championship of the world, though.
Yeah, mate. Come
Of the UFC.
Nah, even if you're in Brazil, like I get it.
I think he's got 7 kids as well.
6 kids.
6 kids.
Yeah. Boy's been about.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with that. Too much crying. I get it. I get the emotion. Don't get me wrong, but you just fucking want a title, mate.
Mate, I'll get like that when I win.
Do your interview. He's doing his interview on his knees and stuff, making DC get down on the ground, and he's fucking crying and stuff.
Mate, I'll get that emotional when I win like a war zone. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you win a UFC title, it's fair play to me.
Yeah, nah, I'm not having it. You can cry, but fucking do your interview.
Boys, hashtag boys cry too.
Hashtag big boys cry. Yeah, you can cry, but fucking do it behind closed doors. Do you know what I mean?
Be a man.
Yeah, be a man. Win a UFC title, be a man. Yeah, it was good though, man. I was impressed with that, to be fair.
I like it. But it just makes me more buzzing for London.
I'm so buzzing. I won't ask you your predictions for that. But
no, we'll do that a few weeks ago. I've got a good story as well about Fazif when I was in Thailand.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we'll save it for
the next big one's Volk, innit? It's Oz
my boy Volk.
Your mate, coach.
/ coach, teammate, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be exciting.
Yeah.
Next week's Derek Lewis versus Spivak.
Yeah.
I'm a casual fan, mate. I'm not really that fucking interested.
Yeah, it's a fight night. Well, I'm interested, but I think we'll watch it, but we won't make a big deal about it.
Just quick then, go on, quick prediction.
Oh, to be fair, Derek Lewis, who was his last fight? He lost against the Russian geezer. All right?
Did he?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Yeah, we'll get it up. But I'll never back against Derek Lewis. The only time I did back against Derek Lewis is when he fought Tai Tuivasa because I like Tai more.
Yeah, Ty's my mate.
Yeah, you met Tai, didn't you, at the airport season, mate. But you can't not have a Derek Lewis knockout, so or TKO.
Yeah, I'm hoping he wins, but
he's great to have to the sport.
He's great. My balls was hurt.
Yeah, mate.
He's not got much heart.
Best post-fight interviews and best Instagram.
Yeah, he's got good Instagram, to be fair.
There was a video, I think someone tried to break into his car. Do you remember that? No, so someone tried to break into Derek Lewis's car, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He's
come back, caught the geezer, obviously beat the shit out of him, right? Beat the shit out of him. And then he's done a video of the bloke in the police custody, but on a stretcher.
Oh,
and he's put hashtag he's okay.
Imagine trying to fucking rob someone's motor and then that bloke runs up on you.
Well, do you see the gate? Same thing happens to Gaethje. I think someone tried to mug Justin Gaethje, who, by the way, is probably one of the most violent men in the UFC, in the lightweight division. Like he looks like a nerd, doesn't he? Because there was a meme of this. You wouldn't have thought this guy. He dismantled this bloke's face and changed it. The bloke went through surgery. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he tried to rob Justin Gaethje, who was #2 contender for a lightweight division, savage, and obviously Gaethje just ruins this bloke, changes his face,
Poor cunt.
And he's just got a mugshot of Gaethje in like just reading glasses.
Mate, one of my favourite memes or like Twitter threads is that where some birds put up a picture of Justin Gaethje in a fight or just after a fight going, why can't I find a man like this?
Yeah.
And Gaethje's replied saying hello. And his Twitter profile picture is him in the glasses.
Yeah.
And the bird goes, no thanks. And he replies like, I'm literally the guy in that photo. She's just seen him in his glasses and just gone, nah. Quality. I love Justin Gaethje. He's actually in London, isn't he?
Yeah, it's fighting Steve. That'd be unbelievable, that fight.
That will be a fucking big one.
Mate, that'd be so good.
Oh God, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the rest of the card as
Oh
well.
yeah, be decent.
See what else is going on.
So obviously UFC, I thought that was really good. Bit upsetting that the doctor stoppage, but it was a good fight, and obviously Brandon just pieced him up.
Mate, his eye was fucked.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, hit him with like the knuckle part of the thumb. So people thought it was an eye poke, but it wasn't. It's totally legal.
Yeah, you're saying totally legal. Fine.
Yeah, totally legal. Yeah,
I say fair play.
I'll say fair play. I was fully closed, but then realistically, he would have gone for another 2 rounds, and he would have just got murked for the next 2 rounds. There was no way you were seeing him pulling like a Leon Edwards, like come back out of that.
He couldn't see out of that eye. No way.
No, not at all. But so UFC was decent. Did you watch Liam Smith versus Eubank last night?
What a surprise that was,
mate. That was, I think, the odds for Liam Smith to knock him out, which because obviously the bloke's never been knocked out, has he? In the 7th round, no, it was 4th round, was like 70-1.
Wow,
mental.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, no, he looked good. I think it was pretty good, but like I was watching that boxing fight, and obviously I'm mad biased. Yeah. I'm slagging off boxing again.
Yeah, go for it. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck them. I like boxers. Just don't like watching it.
Yeah,
because I just think it's so boring.
Yeah,
like the heavyweights, that Parker, mates are like, oh yeah, watch him. He's class heavyweight. I'm like, oh sweet, you should get some decent knockouts. Nothing for 10 rounds, just nothing. I'm like, you watch UFC, 25 minutes, you got fucking blokes taking people off their feet. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's definitely for an entertainment value. It's fucking
it's dying, isn't it?
Boxing,
yeah,
struggling,
proper struggling. I think so. Anyway, obviously they might get mad views, but I think in the next 5 years it'd just be YouTubers.
The money involved in boxing is still huge, though.
Yeah, but not only for like the main fighters, top of the heap, innit?
Yeah,
like, them top of the heap, them 1%ers are getting like 30 mil, 40 mils and that.
Not anymore though, eh?
Don't you reckon?
No, I don't. I think Canelo in his last fight got like, don't get me wrong, he got like fucking 18 mil or whatever. I might have pulled that out my arse.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it's not like, fucking Jay-Z said about Mike Tyson 30 mil for one fight, which did happen. He blew it all on a tiger in a gold bath.
Unreal.
I'd do the same. But yeah, it's not like, you can tell that it's starting to dive off a bit.
Well, yeah, it's like, I was watching it and I was just like, I'd watched a few fights before the main one, and it's just like no atmosphere. Yeah. No atmosphere until like the Liam Smith come on, or Eubank. No one knows any of the fighters. And I was like, and you see him going at it for 30 minutes, because obviously they've got these big gloves on, it doesn't look like a lot's going on. It's like they're just touching each other, where like people trying to rip their people's faces off in the UFC. Like you get a lot more, it's a lot more entertaining, I think.
It's more of a spectator sport in it.
Yeah, I feel like, but obviously people don't really appreciate the grappling side when it comes down to that, and I get that, because if you don't know what you're looking at, it does look a bit boring.
Yeah, when they're just trying to fight for position on the floor and stuff.
But one FC, to gas them up again, they do Muay Thai with MMA gloves.
That's fucking mental.
Which is fucking mental. Like if people watched more of that, if that was like on TV over here, I think that would blow. Because that's basically that's MMA with no grappling. Like MMA gloves, but like elbows, knees, and shins.
Those MMA gloves are only 4 ounces.
I know, and they're going at it.
Yeah,
because do you see Mayweather, going completely off subject? Mayweather was supposed to fight Liam Harrison. Do you know who that is? Liam Harrison's a Yorkshire lad, but he's an unbelievable Muay Thai fighter. Fights 1FC. He's fucking a savage.
Oh, maybe I do. Is he quite big on like
Badco? Yeah, on Insta.
On Insta and TikTok.
Yeah, mate, he does like sick pad work, and like, mate, he fights for fucking days. He was on Joe Rogan as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he's been on Joe Rogan. He was supposed to fight Mayweather in Expedition, but I think his knee's fucked. But yeah, because Mayweather put it on his Insta.
Why'd you do this to me?
What?
Exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like eggs.
No, you said something else.
Did I?
Yeah.
Got to keep you in his house.
Yeah, sorry. No, I've seen that guy, and he fucking like his kicks and his hands are ridiculous.
Yeah,
mate,
savage.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got a good few podcasts. He has, but yeah, he was supposed to fight Mayweather in a boxing fight.
Again, why the fuck? Why?
Yeah, because you're It's one of those things though. Like MMA blokes will go into boxing, but you won't really get a boxer going into MMA, really, because it's just too many ways to lose.
Yeah, McGregor started that, didn't he?
Yeah,
he started this whole exhibition fight.
Yeah. Fair play.
Expedition, that's what you said.
Expedition. What did I say? Expedition.
Expedition. It's supposed to be exhibition.
Yeah, that's what I said. Exhibition.
Expedition. Like he's getting to the fucking Arctic. Unreal. Yeah, I mean, look, McGregor fucking held himself well against Mayweather and going into that world and stuff because he comes from a boxing background. But there's no way a boxer's ever going to get in the MMA world because they'll just get embarrassed because they don't have any...
It's a different realm.
The technique doesn't carry over.
No, and I'm like, even when I went for a few boxing classes, done a little bit of it, nothing to shout about. And then when I went to a MMA gym and people were kicking my legs, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was like, what is going on? I've got to worry about 3 different things now. Yeah. Getting kicked in the head and the leg.
Yeah.
And getting punched in the face and shit.
Oh, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I can't remember what I was going to say. I had something else to say.
But overall, that UFC was decent. Boxing, the main fight was good. Big shocker to everyone.
Yeah, that's it. Upset. I was surprised, obviously, that it was a 4th round knockout, but going into it, it wasn't like Eubank looked like he was going to dominate that whole fight.
Nah, not at all.
Going into the 4th round, it's pretty even, I'd say.
It was well even.
I'd say draw. I'd say maybe Smith draw, and then Eubank, and then going into the 4th.
Yeah, well, the 3rd round, Smith just stood there and just took all his punches, didn't he?
Took his jabs.
Yeah, like just took them all like uppercuts and was like, yeah, whatever. Like,
it was a fucking pretty heavy knockout.
Yeah.
Heavy TKO, shall I say.
Because obviously I'm not a fucking boxer, but like that Eubank isn't like, he's not like a technical masterclass. No. It looks like obviously he's sick, obviously. But his footwork, and he was just like a bit more of a brawler, wasn't he? Yeah, and that Liam looked a lot more technical as such. But yeah, fair play to him.
Proper scouser as well.
Oh mate, full on, isn't he?
Proper scouser.
Proper.
Yeah, impressive. Still not as good as the UFC.
Yeah, never.
Anything else to add?
No, but yeah, we'll be back for. I don't think we'll do one for the fight night, but the next pay per view for Volkanovski will be there. So we'll do same thing, same setup, predictions. A little bit on the background of the other fighters, because if you don't know, Alexander Volkanovski, put some respect on that man's name. He's pound for pound #1, and he's fighting a bloke who's just this Dagestani, just savage, scariest bloke as well. And Volk's moving up a weight.
Yeah.
So that is actually a fucking massive fight, and that's UFC Perth in March or February. In Feb. So yeah, in a few weeks.
Double champ. Isn't it?
Yeah, double champ. This is massive. So we'll see you for that one.
Yeah.
And shouts out to the Adapt Jiu-Jitsu.
Adapt Jiu-Jitsu, go and get your clobber.
Fans 10, holler at your boys.